Hey there you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're testing Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. The game is running on 1440p, DLAA, everything's set to max settings possible. And yeah, so let's see how things will go. 65, 64 FPS. GPU usage is 90%, that's obviously bottleneck there. And yeah, lows are 24, 34 FPS, that's nice. VRAM usage is almost 9 gigabytes. And yeah, the game is pretty smooth. No stutters at the moment. I don't feel any stutters, yeah. Almost 18 gigabytes RAM usage. I don't know where I'm going here.
Maybe we ought to drive a little safer, huh?
Yeah, how can I... Yeah, let's go this way. 24, 34 lows. 60, 70 FPS in here. Yeah, the game is pretty smooth, even with this CPU. GPU usage went up to 95.
Thanks, stranger. I'm not used to being rescued.
All units. Looks like trouble
Let's
is
go
starting
back to
in
the
the
car.
movie theater. Anyone able to deal with it? Over.
All right,
Drops
let's
back
go.
to 60 FPS. Lows 23, 35. That's good. Pretty much playable. 50s, 55, 59. I felt that drop.
You got this, right?
Oh, actually I can boost. That's nice.
You call this parking?
I'm not prepared.
Incoming crime alert. Look to be taking place in Tricorn.
Yeah, so this was epic settings.
Suspect
Yeah,
detected.
let's try quality mode. If we are having bottleneck, quality mode will not
Enter
boost
summary
our
using
settings.
non-traditional means. Over.
Anyway, we are having 90 FPS, 80, 89,
Oh, believe me.
90. Let's see when we go back to the road. 82. Yeah, not much of a boost. And we're done here.
Detective Gordon, it's Officer Rennie Montoya.
70, yeah. There is not much of
I'm at the
an...
construction site. Over.
Copy
There's
that.
not much gains
On my way to you now.
when
Montoya.
turning on quality mode on epic settings, so yeah, better stick to DLAA since the CPU is
Hey, what are
limiting our performance there. What should we do?
Let's roll.
Let me check talk to Tyranny.
Sir, I'm not... Detective Gordon,
Oh,
over here,
actually
sir.
we need to switch the characters so we can
The
talk
thing is,
to
if you
her. And yeah, so let's maybe try frame gen. Let's do DLA first. Some change will take effect until the game is restarted.
Thanks, Montoya.
So I just restarted the game to get frame generation working. So yeah, the game is running on DLAA, frame generation 2 times, epic settings 1440p, 110 FPS, 13 and 20. That's some nice performance there.
Detective Gordon, over here,
Yeah,
sir.
GPU
Yesterday,
usage is
I got a call
94
about a purple sports car
FPS. Let's
driving
see how
dangerously
much
around
we can
Tricorn.
get when we are in
thing
the
is, if you
car.
can
Let's skip this. Alright,
Thanks,
so
Montoya.
yeah,
We'll be right back.
let's start calculating our frames.
Ah, seems like a piece of the poster. Now to find the others.
GPU is 97, almost 100%, but I think we're still CPU limited.
I can't just yet.
Oh, no, we need to go back there, yeah. Nice.
Another piece of the wanted poster. If we find one more, we should be able to identify the suspect.
Here we go. Maybe we need to go up there. Need to find the last poster. Oh, there it is.
We have all
Here
the
we go.
pieces. Let's go see Renee and reconstruct this poster.
27, 39 lows. 140 and 20 FPS and 10 maybe, yeah.
No.
We need to switch to Gordon, alright.
Good luck.
What should I do?
This isn't matching up.
Alright, here we go.
Oswald, call
How can I call the car? Oh,
the Penguin, if you really want to rile him up.
what's that car?
He's
I don't know how I got that.
right-hand man.
I know where that creep will be. Let's go.
Let's try different
Well,
car.
here we are.
Let's just go.
We don't have a problem here, do we?
So yeah, 90 FPS in the city. Let's try to use quality mode if there is something we can squeeze out of this system. Yeah, 120 FPS, didn't expect that, but yeah, we got like much more without sacrificing much of the quality. Actually, cannot tell the difference between DLAA and quality in this game. What should I do in here? Let me check the object, track down that guy. I don't see him anywhere, maybe we need
I'm not prepared.
to go up there. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Anyway, we're having like 150 FPS. Maybe let's try 4 times. Yeah. 250, 60.
What are you looking at, huh? Can a man pick up some fish in peace?
$300 FPS in here. Let's try the car. Here we go.
Let's roll.
$230. Recalculating all frames. 130 FPS still, 20. Lows are 32, 38. GPU usage is 92, 91. Of course, CPU is still limiting the performance. If you have a better CPU, you will do better than this, especially if you are on AM5, 84, 87. Of course, CPU limited. And yeah, VRAM usage is almost 10 gigabytes. And yeah, so this was epic settings on FrameGen. Let's change the graphics to maybe, yeah, turn off FrameGen and switch to high. Of course, maybe render this premium distance is the one affecting the CPU. Yeah, I'll try different settings and see the best settings for this CPU. And yeah, so I'm gonna restart the game and be back in a few seconds. So now DLSS set on DLAA, high settings, 1440p, that's how much performance we can get. And 100 FPS in here, drops to 90s, 80s. Let's drop down to the ground, call the car, drive, and yeah. 67, 80 FPS, lows 36, 47, GPU usage is 80%. We're still limited by the CPU. VRAM usage is 8 gigabytes. RAM usage is 15, almost 16.
We don't have a problem here, do we?
The game dropped to 57 FPS. Of course, but then there are a lot of stuff going on screen. Performance will drop. That's because of the CPU, of course. And yeah, so pretty much identical performance to epic settings. Yeah, let's try quality mode. Not much of a difference in this city. Live in this city can get way more performance, but yeah, the game takes place inside the city, so that's kind of useless. And yeah, so performance is pretty much the same. Epic settings DLAA is still the best if you wanna play this game on 5700X. And yeah, so let's try FrameGen. I'll have to restart the game, and yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. So yeah, now we are on quality mode. DLSS frame generation 2 times, high settings 1440p. Let's see how much we can get on this CPU. And yeah, 170 in this place. Let's drop down. 150, we are back to 70. Let's call the car.
Let's roll.
150, let's drive, maybe, I don't know, do some chaos, destroy stuff. 150. Are we on DLAA? Nah, we do DLAA first. 120 FPS, not much of a big difference. 130, I think we're having the same performance between DLAA and quality. Yeah, I'll make sure if we're having the same performance, but yeah. 130 FPS. GPU usage is 89%. VRAM is almost 9 gigabytes. doesn't take much of VRAM this game. Lows are 32 and 40 FPS, that's good. No input lags. And yeah, so 130 FPS inside the car, while driving the car I'm in. Yeah, so let's try quality mode. I think we're gonna be having the same performance. No, we're having better. 170, 160. 140. Uh, 150, yeah. Bit better.
We don't have a problem here, do we?
So yeah, let's try with four times quality mode, and we drop to medium settings. 300 FPS. Let's start breaking stuff and see the performance in this area. Obviously, we're gonna be having more, so let's get to the center. $160. Now let's leave this place. $250, $220, $240. Yeah, so this is high settings, quality mode, 1440p on frame generation 2 times. Game is playable actually. I don't feel any input lags. Yeah, let's try medium settings on DLAA, no frame generation. Yeah, I'll have to restart the game in order for the frame generation to be turned off. And yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. So 1440p DLAA settings set on medium settings. Let's see how much performance we can get. GPU is still bottlenecked by the CPU. Between 60 and 80% usage, 100 FPS. The graphics looks nice, especially the reflections.
Let's roll.
The light reflections on their own. And yeah, so while driving the car we are having 90 FPS, 80 FPS at the moment, recalculating the lows. Let's see how much we can get. And yeah, same performance as epic settings and high settings while driving the car. So yeah, when there are a lot of stuff going on the screen, frames will drop down to 60, 50. Wait, are we having drops on medium settings? Yeah, there are not much of drops. Yes, I think these settings are the best performance we are having at the on the CPU, of course. 80 FPS dropped to 70 there. GPU usage is set as 70%. Of course, bottlenecked by the CPU. Recalculating the frames. VRAM usage is almost 6 gigabytes. RAM is almost 16. Yeah. We are not getting like drops such as epic settings. I was wrong. It's not the same performance. It's better performance, of course. These settings does not affect the CPU as much as they did in Hot and epic and high settings. So yeah, let's try quality mode.
Well, here we are. Floor it!
100 FPS. It's actually same performance. And yeah, we're still limited by the CPU. Let's try performance mode. DLSS performance now. Are we having like the same performance? Yeah, same FPS, same everything. Except the GPU usage dropped to 47. (44, 50% usage, 100 FPS, 109. The image actually still sharp.
You got
60
this, right?
FPS there, yeah. So this was medium settings on DLAA, quality mode and performance. I'll restart the game so the frame generation can work. I'll see you in a few seconds. So 1440p medium settings, DLAA, frame generation 2 times, and we are having in this place 170, 80 FPS. Let's drop down and drive the car, see how much we can get. 150, recalculating the FPS. 160, that's nice. No input lags. 160 still. 140, 50, GPU is 80%. I think Ryzen 7600X can push this GPU to its limits. I mean the cheapest one that can push 5070 to its limits.
You got this, right?
$170. Yeah, there is no input lags. Let's try 4 times. Here we go. 300 FPS. 260. I think we have seen this such performance in epic and high settings frame gen. 300. Nice. That's nice performance there. No input lag. So yeah, GPU usage is 90%. Let's try quality mode. We're still on DLAA, by the way. 320. So yeah, we squeezed a bit of performance there. 330.
We don't
Nice.
have a problem here, do we?
340, 300. Games spotted there. 219 with a lot of stuff going on screen. And yeah, so this was 1440p DLAA, medium settings, frame generation. Yeah, let's try low settings. So yeah, 1440p DLSS is activated. On DLAA frame generation is off and low settings, and the GPU usage is 60%. Quality still looks good. 130, 20 FPS and 10. Let's drop down and start driving the car.
Let's roll.
Still on 120 FPS. Recalculating the lows. And yeah, GPU usage 67, 50%, almost 60. 110, 90 FPS. So yeah, huge bottleneck there. FPS. We're averaging at 107 FPS, which is pretty good. GPU usage is between like 70 and mid 50s. 4 gigabytes GPU VRAM usage, almost 15 gigabytes RAM usage. That's pretty good performance there, even though we're bottlenecked by the CPU. Let's try quality mode. I don't think we gonna be getting any gains this time. Yeah, except lower GPU usage. So yeah, it's gonna be the same thing with performance mode. 120 FPS. Let's go back to the center of the city. 90 FPS, 88. Yeah, except for the GPU usage dropped to insanely low usage. So yeah, let's try frame generation. So 1440p DLAA frame generation is set on 2 times low settings. Let's see how much we can get. And we are already on 240 FPS. That's just 2 times. Let's try the car and start breaking stuff. Let's see how much we can get. 170, 200. We are having like 230 FPS.
We don't have a problem.
20, maybe we can get 250, I don't know. Oh no, I don't think so. That's like an impossible number.
You got this, right?
$180, 230, 20 FPS. And yeah, so this was frame generation 2 times on DLAA. Let's try quality mode. Maybe we can squeeze something there. 230. Pretty much the same thing. No gains. So yeah, the only way to have more frames is using frame gen. Let's try DLAA on 4 times. 350, 60. 300. Still, yeah, 50, 40. We're averaging 357 FPS, 2744 the lows. Yeah, so this was Legacy of the Dark Knight on RTX 5070 and RX and Ryzen 7 5700X. Yeah, so the best settings with this game, just put set everything on max settings, DLA, enjoy the game. If you want to push your
Remind me to write
system bit, or if you want like more performance, just use frame generation, maybe with quality mode. The rest of the settings doesn't worth it in my opinion. Yeah, so my recommended settings is like pushing everything to max settings and enjoy the game. So yeah, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.